but it's not close from that era.
She's here with us.
Yeah, she's here. Yeah, she's not close from that era, but some people will know and they will name it when they get the actual tape. Right. So at this particular time, what we want to do is we want to get the questions down.
Right. Like I said earlier, most of the questions was given by women, and of course we're gonna go with first question is it possible for two people who love each other to absorb the other person's energy, negative energy, who they're with, like the other person's shortcomings, could it cancel it out? And that goes to what people's perceptions of love is. I think we should. Well, I'm not.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and ask that question because it's not in any order or anything. It's just thrown out, man. So is it possible for two people who love each other to absorb the other person's negative?
Okay. I don't think we need to be confused. Love is above negative energy.
That's right.
And it's also above the physical energy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The physical energy. Love is above that. So you must be clear on it and ask yourself, are both people reciprocating? It's a reciprocity question here.
Right.
And you must ask yourself to define what love truly is, and only you can define that in your own heart. And the best way to define that in your own heart is this. The best example is no different than a mother or a parent does with a child. The love is not based on what that person does for you. It just is.
Right.
You don't, if you got a child 8 years old, the child doesn't work, so that destroys that theory that the woman is now dealing with saying, I need a man with money. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're capable of loving that child, although that child is totally dependent on you. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't work. It doesn't even have to produce talents, because some people can say, I love you because my child has some type of talent. My child gives me back something of enjoyment. No, this child can be retarded, and you can still love it. That's love because it just is. Look for the same things in your mate. That means that the person can have all kind of idiosyncrasies, but you know you love it. Now, not necessarily saying you need to accept certain pathologies that can also be detrimental to you. But I'm trying to give you a way to monitor what love is. You see, European society and the Western man tells you that I love a Michael Jordan. That people we feel. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Europeans, because a lot of Europeans have damaged heart chakras, non-developed heart chakras. Some of this is based on culture. A lot of this is also based on genetics. You see. As a result, they produce a culture that is not based and is rooted based on the heart chakra. So the love is like, I like my car, because my car makes me feel good. It makes me feel it's a status of my success. When that car starts to rusty out, starts to rot, fall apart, or it can just be a style that is no longer desirable, then it might make you feel something else. It might make you feel depressed.
So it's not, so you saying there's a difference, it's not how you feel about somebody as opposed to how that person makes you feel.
It's Love is based on how you feel about a person, regardless
Of how they make you.
of how they make you feel.
Okay.
The false love is you're taking into account only how that person makes you feel.
Got it.
You see the difference?
All right.
White folks, which is a great example, because we live in Western society, so we don't need to fuck around.
Right, right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm making this tape for love for my people.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
There you go.
Because this is what we have to deal with, because our people are at a deficit and at a disadvantage because we can't come together as male and female.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's not be funny with this mess. Because the white woman can come up in here and get any black man she wants.
Mm-hmm.
And she can look like 400 pounds
Mm-hmm.
and in a goddamn wheelchair with one tooth. And can get a nigga.
All right.
A nice looking brother. That's how savage we are. Let's not be funny with this man. So this tape is not about white folks.
Right.
I know some people say, well, how can you make a story about love and you don't include all? Because we're not talking about some false love or people that I don't know.
Right.
We're talking about the people that we come in contact with. And in this particular case, the people that share the original energy when I get into this stuff. Okay?
All right.
When I get into this stuff. I think you have to get another tape because it's going to be a long one.
It's going to be real long.
It's going to be an 8-hour, goddammit, maybe a 10.
Maybe 10 hours, but...
Now,
Okay.
but the point I'm trying to make is this. White folks will like a Michael Jordan because he has made them feel a certain way with his talents. But yet, they got people that's locked up in prison for fitting the description
Oh, shit.
that look just like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That he is the same prototype of the man that's jumping up and down on the basketball court, that is love. We want to be like Mike. Is the same prototype that they lock up every day just for looking a certain way. Am I bullshitting or not?
For real, that's it.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right. They pay money to see all these entertainers and athletes.
But yet they come from the place that produces the entertainers and athletes. We got thousands of them.
With talent like
With talent just like that, because anybody in the NBA tell you the best ball players in the NBA never went to the NBA.
That's right.
But my point here is Michael Jordan has produced a certain talent, a certain style to make them feel a certain way. So they can exclude him from the people that they lock down every day in a Holocaust. Understand what I'm saying? So white folks who run European society and European society in which we have found ourselves being caught up in tells you that you love only based on how a person makes you feel. And the love we're talking about just is. That's true love.
Beyond feeling.
Beyond feelings and even beyond looks. When you truly get into this particular love, you'll even fall in love with a person's flaws. Now, I know this because I spent 7 years with a girl or a woman 11 years younger than I was. We got together, I was 31 and she was 20. And she had no flaws. Beautiful. Nice, beautiful breasts. Nice complexion. No flaws on the body. And I was with her for 7 years and was content. And didn't necessarily mean I didn't love her, but I saw the dichotomy, or I saw the comparison whenever she did depart and we went our separate ways. That was an agreement. We didn't break up. It was spiritually time for her to go. And my age catapulted me into the 40s because I was like 38, 30, going on 39 at the time. So the range of women that I would deal with would be in their 40s and even in their 50s, 50 plus. And as a result, I've had two contrasts of youth within a couple of years, and I could tell the difference. I could tell the comparison. And to whereas I was smitten by the sisters that had the age on them. As a matter of fact, that's what turned me on the most. Now, although I'm using something physical, but I'm trying to say here is, love can do the same thing, where you can actually become smitten, admiration, or a love for just the flaws. Because you're dealing with the essence that is hovering over. That's what this stuff, we'll go into some of this is about. And that's what love does. So on one way, we're talking about something above the negative energy what the sister was actually talking about. What the sisters are actually talking about. So in so many words, again, the real origin of that is the same way you look at a child. It's how you feel about somebody other than how they make you feel. Now, we know this for a fact with white folks in the office. You come and in the morning time, you say, hi, how you doing? They say, how you doing? And you go on about your business. You come back a few minutes, you might see that person again, and you might go, as a black person, how you doing? We greet them every time. And they're looking at you like you crazy. Because, no, we've already done that. They got certain protocols. And they want to know, what the fuck is this black person? Every 5 minutes, he got to say something to me. It's just that black people, we go by, we feel. So by feeling, we engage in contact. That's why black people might not necessarily like you, not because of your political affiliation, you see what I'm saying, or any type of thing that you do, your worldview. They might not like you just because you don't make them feel a certain way. They can't feel you. That's the point I'm trying to make.
It's 1 o'clock.
Because the political thing, you can make a person feel a certain way based on your politics. Black people and indigenous people can go, oh, I ain't feeling you. And it doesn't have anything to do with your political expression, your style, or anything. You know what I'm saying? You can have on a nice suit. You can even be a person that tries to act nice. And they go, oh, I don't know, something ain't right about them. I ain't feeling them. You see what I'm saying? Well, this is also the response of the love. Because what are we really talking about here? Ultimately, we'll be getting into this throughout the whole lecture, is we're talking about the soul. And love is nothing but the expression of when the soul starts to wake up. And when the soul wakes up, it responds.